Let's try stacking this Green Bay Rams game. 48.5 point total. Rams defense is terrible, but I also think that they'll be able to move the ball a little bit here. I don't think Jair Alexander plays. Devontae Wyatt is doubtful, I think, as well. I don't expect him to play. Not great, but he can get to the quarterback. And then with the Rams, they can't stop anybody right now. And the absence of Christian Watson makes it more interesting. You on board with this?
Yeah, and the quarterbacks also, a particular Stafford. Stafford's $5,500. He's one of the cheapest quarterbacks on the slate. You got Watson's 5,300. Daniel Jones is 5,200. Yeah, there aren't that many QBs cheaper than Stafford right now.
Yeah, I agree, but I also don't know. I don't know if we need to do it. You can, obviously, but you could also go with Jordan Love and get a $3,500 Tucker Kraft in there. Wicks is 5K, Dobbs is 54, Reed 65, Love 65. That's not a tough stack to build.
No, not at all.
What does ownership look like on the Packers?
It's low, except I do think that if Christian Watson is to, let me look. Do we have Watson?
I bet we have.
Yeah. Oh no, we Watson out right now. Never mind.
Yeah. He got rolled up on bad.
Yeah, the ownership was so low that I thought maybe we still had Watson in just because he's like not officially out. But yeah, even though he's not in our projections right now, we still Jaden Reed is 15% owned, Tucker Kraft 12% owned. So yeah, it's still not crazy high ownerships.
I think it comes up a little bit in this game, but I don't care. Right now, I like it. Let's try it. Let's start with I mean, you could go Dobbs or Wicks, but how easy do you think it would be to get Lovecraft and Reed in there?
Very easy. And then you run it back with Whittington as well.
Yeah.
There would be a lot of salary remaining.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Was it like 5,700 left or something? 60.
This is also, again, this is a spot where, like, if I'm not stacking this game, I could see myself having lineups with Kyron Whittington and Reed, or Kyron Whittington and Josh Jacobs without any quarterback. There's a lot of upside in this spot.
I agree.
Jacobs is only getting 11%. See, I thought he'd be more popular in this matchup.
See, so Jacobs at 6,400. Yeah, there's some ownership going there. I think it could end up being a little bit higher, but at the same time too, like Chuba Hubbard is 6,100, Williams is 5,200, Stevenson is 6K, Brian Robinson is 6,600. There's a lot of running backs right around that price point.
Definitely. I like him though. We're not playing him in this spot, although he is the clear pass catching back on this team. He's the 10th highest owned running back right now. Wow. Although it's pretty grouped up between like 5 of them in there in that 11-12% range. All right. So what are we going? We're going Jordan Love, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, and Jordan Whittington.
Yeah. And that's our game stack core right there.
Okay. I like that. All right. You got the controls. Where are we going next here?
All right. So lots of salary remaining. Let's plug Jordan Mason in because we weren't able to fit him into the last lineup we made.
I like that. Good spot. Also, a lot more involved in the passing game recently.
Should have. This isn't going to show up on the stat sheet, but it is relevant. He had that long touchdown reception that was called back due to a really shitty holding call where I think that people view Jordan Mason completely, like, I know he's expected to be popular this week, but I think people would view him totally differently if that was not overturned, and it shouldn't have called the holding.
Oh yeah, it would have been a 35 fantasy point game or something crazy for him, or 30 plus for sure. Yeah, I'm with you. And it's a pretty appealing spot here. I think he's still reasonably priced, so no issues there. I know it's probably not the case. Maybe it is. I haven't looked into it. It feels like there's so many more penalties this year with like the illegal shift, the not lined up on the line of scrimmage, holding calls that feel like they've been through the roof, Greg. Again, it's probably recency bias on my part, but some of these games, it's like long touchdown called back, long play called back, another long run called back. It feels like it's happening so often.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There was the Jordan Mason one. Oh, the other one, the Amari Cooper one. Amari Cooper
There's
it was
another
like a
one.
97-yard, another one, just like phantom holding call and a 97-yard touchdown pass to Amari Cooper. Browns also would have won the game most likely if it didn't get overturned. But yeah, those were the two most egregious ones that really could have swung last week's slate.
I know, it's crazy. Throw Panthers D in there. Let's see what we can work with. This is nice. 6,400 per player remaining. We've got 3 open spots: running back, wide receiver, flex.
Peter Wasaki in all capital letters, because his caps lock button has been stuck for the last 4 years, is asking us. He says he's playing Watson. Is Watson hurt? I don't know if you're talking about Christian Watson. Yes, he's not expected to play. If you're talking about Deshaun Watson, he just hasn't been good this year. So I'm not exactly sure which Watson you're asking about.
Yeah, he's not hurt. He's just not good. I still think you can play him though.
Oh, he said Deshaun. Yeah, Deshaun not hurt.
Not hurt, just, not great. What do you think about Neighbors? I know some people think he isn't going to play, but he also, like, how I was saying 75% of players in the past like 3 years have not returned the following week from a concussion, but he played on Thursday. That's an extra 3 days of rest.
Yeah, it makes a difference. It definitely does make a difference. Another part of it too is just because it also happened way at the end of the game, it's kind of hard to know how bad of a concussion it was. Like, he was walking off the field on his own without any assistance or anything like that. I don't know if he ends up playing or not, but I don't think he's definitely out. Where a lot of times you and I have been doing these shows on Wednesdays, and we just assume anybody who had a concussion the week before won't play. I think right now, especially because he's in our data and it's kind of 50-50, I'd say that for the purposes of this show, let's pretend as if Neighbors is going to be in. And if he is playing at $7,300 in what should be a pretty high scoring game against the Seahawks relative to other Giants games, I mean, I just don't know how you deny the crazy volume that Neighbors gets. It seems impossible for him to have, unless he was to get hurt, a low floor game when he's getting like 15 targets per game.
Do you want to play him here?
Yes. And by the way, if he ends up not playing, how many targets does Wan'Dale Robinson get?
He's going to have 17 targets, 12 receptions for 43 yards.
Great PPR game.
Yeah. We have 15 points on 11 receptions.
Daniel Jones only throws the football to 2 players.
I know.
Neighbors and Robinson.
I know, man. I know. We talked about it last week at length. I would still go there. Don't get me wrong. We have Jonathan Taylor in right now. I'm going to hit Tom up though. That he's not playing. There's no way. If he does, I'd be shocked. But I mean, I think we could go back to Ramadra here at this price point at 6K flat.
Yep, I have no issue with that.
DeAndre Swift is another one that I think looks pretty good. But let's go Stevenson here. 5,800 for the flex. Anything good?
Let's see who's in that price point. 5,800.
It's not great.
All right. I'm looking at all the different players. 5,800. Jerome Ford against Washington. Yeah, I guess Ford is the best option.
We have him projected really well.
And the reason I went Ford instead of Swift is because we did plug in the Panthers defense already, so I would screw up the sim ROI a little bit.
And by the way, guys, if you ever want to check this tool out, there you go, 114.5. That's or 0.7. That's nice. You ever want to check this tool out or any of our tools? That link in the description will get you there. One link now. Don't have to use a bunch of them. You'll see it. Join Stokastic NFL right there. Click that. Jordan's got it up on the screen. So you can see, you can toggle from weekly to monthly and see what every package costs, from essentials to light to core to max. We fully revamped the subscriptions this year. So no matter who you are, no matter what style of play, how much you're playing, how serious you are, how much you want to automate your process, or how much you want to hand build and get instant feedback like the single lineup sims here, we've got something for every one of you guys. And we'd love to have you over there. And as Greg always says, the premium Discord's included with all of these subscriptions. So make sure to jump in. But yeah, like with the core package, you're not just getting a single lineup sim. you are getting a version of the contest generator and the actual lineup simulator, plus the post contest swap or late swap and post contest simulator, so you can evaluate all of your lineups and all of the winning lineups like Ben and I did on the first look show. So yeah, Greg, I'd say I think it's reasonable to say if you're looking to up your game, get the best tools out there, but also give yourself a chance to be like, all right, I don't need all of this, but I like this. There's no limitations on what you can grab here.